Well, what a great honour to be able to provide you with this provocation. It doesn't seem like a year ago that I was actually sharing my ideas with you in the keynote at the conference and being able to have my official launch of my book, Teaching Entrepreneurship to Undergraduates. But it is a year, and I can't wait to get back over and see you all. And to meet new people as well. What have I been doing during the last year that might be of interest to you? Well, I've moved on and I've started writing my second book, Teaching Entrepreneurship to Postgraduates. And I found this to be a very challenging and I suppose a very rewarding experience so far. And I want to share part of that experience with you in the guise of provocation for you individually, and something that I truly believe that if we collectively pull it together will be of great value to us as entrepreneurship educators. One of the first things that really hit me when I was reflecting on my current work is that when we're working with undergraduates, by and large, we're still dealing with people who are very focused on building a resume. There's a career in front of them, they may not know where it is, but they know that a resume is going to be part of that process going forward. Alternatively, when I'm in the postgraduate phase with students sort of age 60 back to say 30, what I'm finding is they're not interested in resumes. Of course they're not. They're interested in changing gears. They're interested in being able to apply ideas and concepts in their life today. Whereas my undergraduates quite often are happy to be able to apply and experience things, but they accept that there's an application of the ideas in a future time. So it's got me thinking to myself, how do we as educators fully explain our teaching practice? How do we take that teaching philosophy? Does it change between these contexts? If it does, how does it change? And if it doesn't change, how might it be enacted differently in the way it falls across these different domains? So, here's my challenge. I want to introduce you to an idea. It's a very simple idea called pedagogical content knowledge. Now, it's something which perhaps our colleagues in further education may have come across. It's certainly something in higher education that people in the science or mathematics are very familiar with because it's mainly been built up in those areas. But I want to walk you through the components of this idea and share with you a challenge. A challenge for you to think about how you would actually build your own body of work in this area. How you would actually start to develop your own scholarship of teaching. How you might set yourself to actually have a tilt at becoming a National Teaching Fellow. In 1986, Lee Shulman coined the phrase pedagogical content knowledge that sought to unite subject matter content with pedagogical knowledge and curriculum knowledge. Typically, we all hold a different orientation to our teaching, and it matters. It influences the way we teach. We might be focused on a process orientation, or conceptual, or activity, or discovery. I wonder what type of orientation you have. This orientation will definitely shape the knowledge you develop of entrepreneurship education curriculums. It will also shape your perceptions of your students' understanding of entrepreneurship education and its practice in society. Your teaching orientation will also inform you as an educator how you will perform. Your teaching orientation is also going to have a big say in how you see assessment being applied in your field. In terms of your curriculum knowledge, it's important you actually understand what would be relevant to be taught in entrepreneurship education. And also, it's important that you understand how to develop the right goals and objectives for that curriculum. It's also very important that you understand how your students learn in this space, what specific types of learning they need to use, and what types of difficulties they may encounter. And it's important for you to be able to understand the difference between different teaching strategies used across the field generally and those used more specifically for particular topics. Just as important is our ability to understand how assessment practices are manifested in our particular field, and also how you would apply them relative to your particular curriculum. So what do you think? We've got your orientation, your teaching philosophy, and how it actually plays out and actually has an impact across these particular areas. I think that if we work together, and my challenge to you, my specific challenge to you, is to come up to me at the conference and say, hey Cole, I would like to spend some time talking more about pedagogical content knowledge. If we work together, if we build a body of knowledge about what is pedagogical content knowledge for entrepreneurship education, we can put ourselves in front of a whole range of areas. Why would we want to do this? Because I know we care. We care about our students' learning first and foremost. We care about how our teaching practice influences and supports our students' learning. We've got a great opportunity to be the front runners in this space, to actually be innovators, to actually do something which supports us and provides legitimacy to the way we want to teach. Whether it's in a business school, outside a business school, there's a great opportunity for us to take control of this space. Now, you might be thinking, is this all blue sky thinking? I don't think so. I think that you guys collectively have already demonstrated just how much of an impact you can have if you pull together. Let me give you an example. Well, here's some blue sky thinking. So proud to see the way that Andy has been able to get out there and sell the work that IEEC has been doing on the QAA guidelines for enterprise and entrepreneurship education. So well done to everybody who has contributed to the development of the QAA guidelines for enterprise and entrepreneurship education. Fantastic achievement. My provocation to you all, let's start thinking more about our own practice and let's do it collectively.